serve under your chairmanship, and I thank the member for Lichfield for bringing this important debate. I'm really excited about talking about our canals because I'm the Vice President of the Cotswold Canal Trust, and I take every opportunity to talk about these fabulous men and women that have done so much for our communities. It's an organisation that boasts the Queen's Award for volunteers, which I nominated them for, and we accepted, I think, last year. They've won engineering awards. They've had so many more accolades, and they're basically winning stuff with so much good reason, because we've got hundreds of volunteers, as so many members have said, and they're really skilled. You know, because it's my patch, we've got nuclear scientists, we've got engineers, we've got people that have taken time out to actually come and help us with our vision for our canal network. And they also let me dredge part of our canal. And if you look at my Instagram video of that, you can see there's a massive smile on my face as I sort of dredge, just go backwards and forwards. So they're just absolutely fantastic. They also work really closely with councils. Stroud District Council is a big partner. The stakeholder working group is huge, and it's to their credit. We've got some real excellence in the fundraising department. We won £9 million of lottery funding. I opened the Stonehouse Bookshop, which is a second of the fundraising bookshops in our area. And I also live near the Seoul Junction, and I can see the River Severn from my house. So waterways are important to me, but as some members have already said, during the sort of devastatingly dark times of lockdown, the canal waterways, when we were walking round in circles for our short time that we were allowed out of the house, was absolutely vital to my mental health, and I know it was to many others as well. So the main reason that the communities and the canal network teams in my constituency are superb, though, is really their brilliant and bold ambition for what we are trying to do. In 1975, a team of waterway enthusiasts recognised the importance of our canals, just as the member of Lichfield has so beautifully brought to life today. You know, we have to bear in mind the history of these networks. For the Gloucester and Sharpness Canal, it was planned in the late 18th century, opened in 1827, and by 1905, the traffic exceeded 1 million tonnes. And in my own little village, we had an important Cadbury's factory. We were bringing in goods, and we were using the canal networks to connect up to the Midlands. And you all know how important that business was for our country and for chocolate. So to the bold ambition, so we ultimately would like to connect the River Severn to the Thames with water transfer opportunities woven in there. We've got a wet bit of the country, we can bring it to a drier bit of the country. And we've made a real commitment to restore the Cotswold canals to full navigation in the interests of conservation, biodiversity and local quality of life. We've had a few phases of this with Gloucester and Sharpness Canal phase, the Cotswold Water Park to the River Thames, and phase 3 will be linking the central section, which includes the now derelict Sapperton Tunnel. Phase 1A, Mr. Chairman, was opened by His Majesty the King, and we've come up some serious engineering challenges, and I would welcome some visits to the A38 roundabout because we've put a canal through it, which is pretty impressive. So I'm asking the Minister today to visit Stroud. I know she knows and loves my patch already, to give the government a bit of a kick on funding, but also to ensure they understand the importance. And I say they because it's not just DEFRA, it's BEIS, it's health, it's so many other government departments that need to understand this is tourism, this is health, this is well-being, this is local economy, when we're asking for support for our canal and waterway networks, and to work with organisations like the Cotswolds Canal Trust, because they're stacked full of experts and they're constructive. They don't ask for things unless they genuinely need it, because their first port of call is usually to try and find things themselves and do it themselves. And I cannot thank my local teams enough, and I look forward to hearing from the Minister. Thank you.